So what's up guys? Good morning. We are in nature again, blessed and love. And I want to talk about storytelling and story structure on how we create our reality by making a story. And somehow I think that life is already um, synchronized, orchestrated in a way that there's a flow into it. So what I mean by that is there is this parts of archetypes, like for example the warrior, the magician, the lover, and there's a lot of this kinds of stuff. And the more we go deeper into our subconscious, the more that we understand that these kinds of stuff are orchestrated, sometimes primal energy in some way, and it kind of influences our actions in somewhat. But what's more important is our state of being, right? It's not really about making things outside our reality become the the one that really controls our life. I mean, in some way there is truth to it that our where we were raised up, where our family was, is somewhat influenced us when we were starting, especially when we were child. But the more we grow up, after adolescence, after teenager times, we are taught to make of our own, make of our own what we wanted to pursue, take up a course where usually that's how things work. But I think that because we were talking about archetype, I have this kind of warrior mentality. So it's somewhat kind of a rebel. And if going back to my past experiences, I remember that even in school, I would be always called by the principal office, by the teacher, being called off because I was very rebellious in some way. And yeah, being rebellious in some way helped me to understand myself through the limitations of society. Because what if everybody would be just compliant and no one would be rebelling? And so I think that compliance is somewhat more of a fear mentality than somewhat of the one that is in the back of the coin, which is a rebel and trying to change the structure. And I think there's nothing good, bad about it. Both perspective. It is just the polarity of everything, right? Like love and hate. And somewhat we say that love is the answer to everything, but at the same time, hate is always there. There's always some hate. That's why there's war happening before and can still happen. So it's about our consciousness being more aware about these kinds of primal instinct that we have already some unleashed since before the man of time. Sure. So we have a very good location. It's really, the air is so fresh. There's no people. It's very meditative. So I'm very grateful to continue the story. And I think that I'm talking about these stories because in my life I didn't really thought about this. It's just now that it had been um, opened up to me about these kinds of things, which is already orchestrated, but at the same time I was just not aware and really conscious about making my life as a story. But in some way, if I think about the past, I told you, the past that I have created in my life it was kind of very rebellious, very seeking for knowledge, seeking for truth. And ever since now, I'm still like that, and but more conscious of what I really, direct my energy forward. So it's very important for you to make up your story what you wanted to. You really need to have an energy, kind of imagination, feeling, capturing that emotions, because once you capture that emotion, that feeling that you want, that passion that you intending to in your mind, once you have you just manifested that as a state. Even if you didn't manifest it physically, the state is important, because the state will tell you, the state will give you inspiration to what to do next. That's what usually happens to me. So if I have like a very passionate thing that I wanted to do in my life, that I feel like this is what I am supposed to do, I capture that emotion, feel that. Once I feel it, the inspiration just suddenly comes in. Like it gives you a state of inspiration on what to do, what yeah, what to do. And then after, by doing it, sometimes you might disappoint yourself. You don't really tell yourself that it's the oh, this is not what I was intended to do. Maybe you had a negative experience from it. But as Bashar said, negative experience is just a perception. So as much as possible, every time you encounter something in your block, or you say it's a roadblock, remember that's a teaching. That's a teaching for you to how to integrate everything from negative to light. And life is supposed to be just like that. It's all about perception game, and it's very important to be in a positive state always, so that all that manifestation that you acquire is much more in a positive state. Because even if you're in a action momentum stage, but if you are in a negative state all the time, and you need to accept that. But at the same time, you expect as well that you're gonna have more trouble, more struggle by going that river, because you're not flowing the momentum, you're not flowing with the gravity. It's good to train your muscles, but in this case, we're talking about this kind of case. And it's not very feminine energy. That's what you need more. I think the more feminine energy, which like flow and just relax, and heal yourself. It's no rush for everything. Everything is here and now, and you just need to accept where you are in your state of being, in your circumstances in your life. And be blessed. Be blessed, guys. Take care, and have a good story.